Good evening, everyone. Richard here again, doing definitions, continuing with definitions on the SANS 10142-1. Right, this is a 2020 version, 2019. Right, the last time that we went through on my previous video, we only went up to definition number 25. So tonight, what we'll do, we'll be looking at some other definitions. We'll continue with the definitions. Right, let me just set this up quickly, zoom in a bit more. Right. Last time we stopped off by disconnector, so it's a mechanical switching device. Just to run through everything, the way I read through it, and then I just mark what I think I'll be able to remember about the definition. So just let me show you quickly. If we look at a distribution board, that's number 25. So it's a switchboard, first of all. Switchboard and control gear assembly. That's another one. So it's an enclosure that contains electrical equipment for the distribution or control of electrical power from one or more incoming circuits to one or more outgoing circuits. So first of all, a distribution board is an enclosure that contains electrical equipment for the distribution or control of electric power from one or more incoming circuits to one or more outgoing circuits. So that's easy to remember. A one that I've seen a lot in the questionnaire exams is earth. The definition for earth: so connected to the general mass of earth as to ensure at all times an immediate discharge of electrical energy without danger. So earth is so connected to the general mass of earth as to ensure at all times an immediate discharge of electrical energy without danger. So an earth electrode, one or more conductive parts. So first of all, an electrode is a conductive part that are embedded in the earth for the purpose of making effective electrical contact with the general mass of earth. So it's a conductive part, first of all, and that it is embedded in the earth for the purpose of making effective electrical contact with the general mass to earth. Earthing arrangement. So arrangement is all electrical connections and devices involved in earthing of a system and in an installation and equipment. So it's an electrical connection and devices involved in earthing of a system and installation of and equipment. Earth conductor. It's a conductor including any clamp or terminal. So first of all, it's a clamp or a terminal by which the connection of the consumer's earth terminal or conductor to an earth electrode or to a supplier's protective conductor is made. So that still falls under 328.1. So we're looking now at electrical arrangement. So the conductor is a clamp or terminal by which the connection of a customer's earth terminal or conductor to an earth electrode or to a supplier's protective conductor is made. So it's a clamp or terminal connection of a consumer's terminal or conductor to an earth electrode or to the supplier's protective conductor is made. So right, an earthing terminal, a terminal fitted to equipment or to a device and intended for the electric connection to be earthed with the earthing arrangement. So it's a terminal fitting to a device that is intended for electric connection with a earthing terminal. Functional earthing. So it's an earthing of a point or points in a system or in an installation or in a equipment which is necessary for the purpose other than safety. So first of all, it's an earthing point or points in a system or an installation or in an equipment for which is necessary for the purpose other than safety. Main earthing terminal, also known as a bus bar. So terminal that is a part of an earthing arrangement. Remember an earthing arrangement, one of these three, of an installation that enables the electric connection of a number of conductors for earthing purposes. See 3.78. We'll look at that one a bit later on. So first of all, it's a terminal that is part of an earthing arrangement of an installation that enables the electrical connection. So this enables electrical connection of a number of conductors for earthing purposes. That's your main earthing terminal. Protective earthing. Earthing of a point or points in a system or an installation or in a equipment for the purpose of safety. So it's an earthing point for the purpose of safety. Earth leakage protection. Right, for all your electricians, you know what that is. Form of a protection in which an earth leakage unit is used. So now we look at the earth leakage unit. So that's earth leakage protection, form of protection in which an earth leakage unit is used. So now we look at the earth leakage unit itself. So that is, first of all, it's a device that is capable of detecting the flow of a specific or predetermined current from a circuit to earth. So it is a device, so that device that is capable of detecting the flow current from a circuit to earth and of disconnecting automatically and reliability and the affected current within a specific time when such current exceeds the specified or predetermined value. What I've noticed on the other ones that I've seen, it's also a mechanical device. An electrical consultant, a person who is registered in the terms of Engineering Profession Act 2000. electrical equipment, item or combination of items, including wireways, which is used for the generation, conversion such as voltage or frequency, transmission or distribution of electrical energy. So it's an item or a combination of items which is used for generation, conversion, transmission and or distribution of electrical energy. Electrical installation. So it's machinery or in or on any premises that is used for the transmission of electrical energy from point of control to a point of consumption anywhere on the premises, including any article that forms part of an installation, irrespective of whether or not it is part of the electrical circuit being excluded. So it's machinery in or on any premises that is used for transmission of electrical energy from a point of control to a point of consumption. So we'll look at those ones later on the video. Anywhere on the premises, including any article that forms part of such an installation, irrespective of whether or not that part of an electrical circuit, but excluding. So now we're going to excluding any machinery of a supplier that is related to the supply of electricity on a premises. Any machinery that is used for the transmission of electricity on which the voltage does not exceed 50 volts, where such electricity is not derived from the main supply or supplier, and any machinery that transmit electrical energy in telecommunications, television or radio circuits. Voltage does not exceed that one, and television or radio circuits. So that is not an electrical installation. Anything under 50 volts and telecommunication, that falls under different category. Electrode water heater. An electrode water heater, device that is designed to heat water or liquid by passing electricity between electrodes immersed in water or liquid. The device may convert water to steam. Enclosure. Part that provides protection of equipment against certain external influences and in any direction protection against direct contact. So the enclosure box provides protection of equipment against certain external influences and protection against direct contact. Equipotential bonding. Provision of electrical connections between conductive parts intended to achieve sustainability, equal potential. So it's an electrical connection between conductive parts intended to achieve sustainability equal potential. The sub one's equipotential bonding terminal. It's a terminal fitting or fitted to equipment or device and intended for electrical connection with the equipotential bonding system. So terminal fitted to equipment or device and intended for electrical connection with equipotential bonding system. Functional equipotential bonding. Equipotential bonding for the purpose other than safety. Functional, then we look at protective for safety purposes. Fault free, an arrangement of conductors for which under normal operating conditions the occurrence of a short circuit between a phase or between phases and earth is only a remote possibility. So a fault between phases, phase and earth, is only a remote possibility. Fire officer, an officer in the name, or a person to whom such power has been duly delegated, who is appointed by a local authority and administers its bylaws and any relevant statutory requirements relating to fire protection. Flammable, descriptive of material that, when heated for 5 minutes in an oven at 300 degrees in the manner set out in an appropriate standard such as SANS 556-1, is capable of burning or giving off vapors in sufficient quantity to ignite a pilot flame. Material, when heated for 5 minutes in an oven at 300 degrees, is capable of burning or giving off vapors. Flexible conduit, tubing that is intended to house and to protect electrical wiring. House and protect electrical wiring, and that is so designed that it is flexible. Flexible cord, we've run through that on the previous video. Fuse, device that by melting one or more of its specific design and dimension elements opens a circuit in which the inserted of the current that flows through the excess the rated current for a specific time. So it's a device specifically designed that opens a circuit in which the inserted, if the current that flows through it is exceeded. So it opens a circuit if the current that flows through it is exceeded for the rated current of a specific time. A hazardous location, I've seen this one in one of the questionnaires. So what is a hazardous location? Location in which fire or explosion may occur. owing to the presence of gases, vapors, dust, or fibers that, in the presence of air and a certain concentration, are flammable or explosive. So it's a location in which fire or explosion may occur. We'll look at sands at one. Okay, insulation. So first we look at basic insulation. So that is insulation applied to live parts to provide basic protection against electrical shocks. So it provides only a basic protection against electrical shock. Double insulated or double insulation. Insulation that comprises of both basic insulation and supplementary insulation, usually indicated by the symbol 2 squares in one. So it's got both basic and supplementary insulation. Reinforced insulation. So it's a single insulation system applied to live parts for which provides a degree of protection against electrical shock equivalent to double insulation. So it's a single insulation system for which provides a degree of protection against electrical shock equivalent to double insulation. Supplementary insulation. Independent insulation applied to addition to the basic insulation in order to provide protection against electrical shock in the event of failure of a basic insulation. So it's an addition to basic insulation that provides protection against electrical shock in the event of a failure of the basic insulation. Lighting system that provides illumination. Emergency lighting. So system that provides sufficient illumination to replace the exiting, safety, and normal lighting system in the event of power failure, so that people can evacuate a place to a place of assembly. So normal lighting, system that provides general illumination but does not necessarily provide illumination for exit routes. So it provides general illumination but does not necessarily provide illumination of exit routes. That falls under safety lighting. System that provides sufficient illumination to allow all occupants of a place of assembly to see clearly enough during performance to move around or to leave. Such a system includes illuminated exit signs that indicate exit route for all occupants in a place of assembly. Live, also alive, I've seen this one as well. At a potential to earth. So I've seen this one. So the definition that they're looking for is a electrical potential to earth. Local authority, that is a municipal council, borough council, town council, village council, village management board, town board, health board, or any such institution. So it's a municipal council. So luminaire, appliance that distributes, filters, or transforms the light transmitted from one or more lamps, and that include the parts necessary for supporting, fixing, and protecting the lamps, but not the lamps themselves. And when necessary, circuit auxiliaries together with the means for connecting them to the supply. So it's a appliance, first of all, that distributes, filter, or transforms the light transmitted from one or more lamps, and that includes all parts necessary from supporting, fixing, and protecting the lamps, but it does not protect the lamps themselves. A marina. So, marina is a fixed, wharf-free, jetty, pier, or floating pontoon arrangement capable of bearing or mooring more than one pleasure craft. So it's a fixed area capable of berthing or mooring more than one pleasure craft where you store your boats. Multiple or multi-pole circuit breaker, a circuit breaker in which all poles are mechanically connected together, and that is suitable for making, carrying, or breaking currents in all the phase conductors, or if so required in all live conductors for a circuit. Right guys, I think we're going to stop here. We've done 25. We'll do another 25 in the next video, not to make the videos too long. If you got any questions or comments, please like, subscribe to the channel. We will be running through some of the exam papers that I've got in other videos. We'll run through them as well. Here are some of the questionnaires that I've got. And then in one of the other videos, we'll run through the labor law, which is explanatory notes on electrical installations. So this is Act 1993, the year 1993. Majority of the questionnaires that I've seen, the first question, always the first question is about the health and safety regulations regarding electrical installations and contractors. So yeah, we'll look at that one a bit later on. There's currently about 85 definitions left, what we'll run through. Also on the next video, we'll run through those and finish them up so that we can make sure that we cover the definitions at least in 3 videos. The other video is already uploaded. I've already started with the scope as well, which is also important. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks.